We are here and we're queer. Welcome. It's the Three Ugly Mugs podcast. How are we, everybody?
Great.
Fucking gay.
Nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with it. You know, you got to be you, man. You know, live your life there.
Are you gay in the bad way, or are you gay in the cool way where two dudes are butt fucking each other?
Cool way, bro.
In the cool way. Okay.
Explain the bad way, if you don't mind. 'Cause I don't like that kind of
You know,
fucking
like
bigotry.
when I'm not
when John Jay wears his jean shorts and the fucking above ground pool he has? That's the bad.
That's
gay.
the bad kind of gay. Yeah. There's a hole right where my butthole is, and
Yeah.
You know when you see a guy wearing a fanny pack? That.
Yeah, there is bad gay. Like I pointed out to my wife all the time, like when people
we're
make
getting
their
canceled in the first 2 minutes.
No, listen. When people make being anything their whole persona, and they really like overreach. Like I'm going through TikTok the other day looking for food options in Orlando, right? Like because we were going there for the whole day, and the first I type in like hashtag Orlando, hashtag restaurants, whatever, and like one of the first ones that pops up, this guy, I'm not kidding, right? He goes, "Here's what I eat in a day in Orlando as a gay man in Orlando." And I'm like,
What are you eating with your butt?
right. I'm like, there's gay food? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Just eat food, man. You don't have to do this. Like, I mean, flip the script. If I was like, hey, here's what straight guys are eating in Tampa, I'd look like a dickhead. You know, it's like, and I would be a dickhead if I said that. Like, just don't. What is gay food?
Well, that's probably like Fox News right there. It's like it's the Straights Only barbecue tour with Johnny B.
To be fair, there is gay food like salad or
Okay.
How's salad gay?
eclairs. Eclairs are pretty fucking gay, bro.
Do you ever watch?
Only if you just eat it sideways. If you're that concerned.
No, you
just eat it sideways.
you just suck the cream out and throw the eclair away.
If eclairs
That's
are
how I
gay,
eat it.
I'm Don Lemon. You know, I don't care. No, like you ever watch Below Deck, which is gay?
No. What is it? That's a show where it's like they're chefs on a yacht.
Well, there is a chef, but it follows like a reality show. It follows the whole yacht crew. They're called yachties, and they have these mega yachts and these rich.
So like
people.
the guy who steers it, and the guy who does the sales, and the guy who cooks, and the guy who cleans,
Captain,
and captain, all that shit.
There's not a guy that cleans. There's stews, which could be guys or girls, which is like the interior cabin.
Let's describe all the people who work on a boat.
Don't act like because I don't know maritime terms for a yacht that I'm somehow dumb.
He was a Marine. He wasn't in the Navy.
Yeah, he's not gay. The Navy's
not gay, right? That's yes.
But anyway, my point is like it follows it. Well, the chefs have the hardest job because they have to like cook for all these super rich dickheads that book these mega cruises, and they're mostly all real dicks, right? These rich people, I want this, I want that. My towels weren't positioned correctly. Well, there's a lot.
They really complain about the towels. It's like
everything,
we're out to sea, motherfucker.
Everything. But there was one of the cruises, and it was a bunch of gay dudes, which is fine. I went on Virgin. We took our last cruise on Virgin. It's like 50% gay, and we had the best time.
Johnny's not a virgin anymore, folks.
Dude, we had the best time of our lives. So it's not that. But when you push too hard, they told the chef, they said, we want a gay breakfast. And the chef's like, okay. And then he walks into the kitchen and he goes, the fuck is a gay breakfast? I don't know what a gay breakfast is. It's all sausage? What am I supposed to do here? And so
he some kind of eggs Benedict.
No, dude.
Seems gay.
They wanted.
No way, Benedict's delicious.
It's delicious, but it seems gay.
Ben's dick, delicious. No. They wanted like rainbow colored waffles and stuff. It's like, dude, just have breakfast.
That's like what a child would order. That's like kids' food.
These are like grown ass rich people. Like, what are we doing, dude? Like, you don't have to have gay breakfast. Just eat breakfast and then suck each other's dick afterwards.
Yeah, that's the gay breakfast. Yeah. Eat whatever you want, but follow it with cum. That's gay breakfast.
Okay.
It's just gonna have the chaser.
Yeah.
What if the chef would have done that? If he would have just came all over, like, here's your glazed donuts, motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about?
I've never seen that show, but I do know what you're talking about because I've seen the TikToks. You know, it'll be like a TikTok person, and it's like, this is what I'm preparing on a yacht today, and it all looks fucking fantastic.
It's a fun.
If you're a private chef on a yacht, it's probably going to be very good.
And you're probably making fucking good money.
Oh,
I hope so.
They make great money, but the pressure, dude. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I've been a sous chef in like kitchens and stuff, and that's pressure. Like, I think my hardest cooking job ever was lunch rush. I used to be a line cook at Olive Garden when I was in college. and you think,
That's like the bear I heard. It's like the same thing.
dude.
I'm struggling to not make a was the hardest part of the job not eating all the food joke.
That's why they stopped letting me do it. One for y'all, one for me, one for y'all, one for me. No, dude, the story of me quitting that job is a classic that I have chefs in town still ask to hear the story sometimes. But let's tell it. You want to? Like, you want to take a little?
Oh, you quit Olive Garden?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know where he just pulled that sound effect, but great.
Shut up. You're ruining the mystique.
I have a fancy board. Happy birthday. Anyway.
Perfect.
Thank you. So I was in college and I'm working at Olive Garden. I was DJing at night at a nightclub, working at Olive Garden in the daytime. And I got stuck not only being a line cook, you know, my normal job that day in the middle of lunch rush. Well, our breadstick guy, and yeah, we had a breadstick guy because you know how many breadsticks get eaten at Olive Garden? They're all you can eat, and it's every
10,000 a day.
Yeah,
dude.
Bottomless.
There's every old person in the world's like, I want soup and breadsticks. So there's a chart on the wall, like there was back, you know, in 1991, that has like breadsticks of all these different colors, and you know, it's how long you leave them in the oven. You know, if you leave them too long, they get too dark. You know, you don't put them in long enough, they're too light. You know, it's racial. But right, you wanted them right in the middle. 3 breadsticks is acceptable on the chart. And if anybody's watching and or listening to this, and you
probably
work
automated now,
yeah,
probably. But I got stuck doing the breadsticks. The breadstick guy didn't show up, right? So I'm over there trying to make breadsticks while I'm over here preparing 19 chicken Alfredos and stupid pasta fajoles and all this dumb shit. And my manager's a douche, like a complete douche. Like he keeps going like, hey, we need more breadsticks. We need more. And I'm like, I'm doing it, dude. I'm doing this. I'm doing all this. And then in the middle of this lunch rush, he walks out with a breadstick in his hand. He's like, Johnny, come here. And I'm like, what, dude? And he goes, you wanna hold this breadstick up to this chart and tell me where it's at on this chart? And I go,
hold it up to the chart.
I go, don't do this, Tony. Don't you do this to me right now, Tony.
Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen.
You know what I mean?
Johnny, come here.
Yeah. I go, dude, they're gonna eat it. That's what I told him. I go, dude, they're gonna eat that breadstick, dude. He goes,
right.
He goes, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, guys, stop what you're doing. Come over here. I want Johnny to tell me where on this chart, like what number on this chart is this breadstick? And I go, dude, you got 2 seconds to get away from me right now. And he goes, oh, I'll get away as soon as you tell me where. And I go, hey, you take that breadstick, that one right there. See that breadstick? I want you to shove that straight up your asshole. And I took off my apron and just threw it on the ground in front of him. And he goes, you're not leaving. I go, fuck you, Tony. And I just walked out and you could hear the fucking staff clapping as I'm leaving.
Slow
and I'm like,
clap.
and I'm like, they're either leaving because they hated my guts because I talk shit to everybody, or they hated Tony's guts because he talked shit to everybody. But either way, I never walked back in that place. I didn't pick up my last check, anything. I was so fucking pissed. But that was my last. I mean, I haven't even been back there to have food. I don't even want to go in there. It's
you haven't been to Olive Garden in 30 years?
Yeah.
I've never been to Olive Garden in my life. It fucking sucks. But
really?
That seems like bad management. Like you don't call people out in front of everybody, and like that's like how you like.
Yeah, he was a
child, bro.
He was a fucking jerk, dude. Yeah, it was bad. So yeah, it's kitchen work's tough. If you've ever done it, and I think everybody should have to do it. I think it's part of growing up. You should have to work in a restaurant. You should have to. Like
I worked at Pizza Hut when I was 16, and I knew it wasn't going to be my career. So I used to fuck with the food pretty bad.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know if I can like tell people what I did.
You can.
Probably don't ever say.
But there was definitely like some pubes in the salad.
Oh, you piece of shit!
Who orders a salad from Pizza Hut? That's what my brain said. My 16-year-old brain.
16-year-old brain.
As I sprinkled my pubes in the salad, because he would make the salads in the cooler where all the freeze, like you would be alone, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get them all.
No.
Oh, by the way, guys, that's Matt Fernandez. You can find him at Matt Fernandez World.
I think we're past the statute of limitations. This is when I was 16 years old.
If you got pubes, if you got pubes in your salad from Pizza Hut in the greater Tampa Bay area 20 years ago, it was at Matt Fernandez World.
There you
go.
go.
Him up on Instagram.
Yep.
That guy is at John JS Planet. Make sure you follow him on everything. I am Johnny B Tamp on all social media. Get that out of the way. And of course, our producer, he's in the background looking for Pizza Hut right now online. That is James Bothwell. You can find him at JRB Comedy. We are the Three Ugly Mugs. All that shit. Subscribe. Blah blah blah. Get all that stuff out of the way.
Please
right
subscribe to our YouTube channel and on Spotify or wherever you prefer to get podcasts.
Or just find us and follow us around.
Yeah, dude,
Look,
for real.
Just look, just watch us from the bushes. You know?
I said that to my wife one day. I said, I was telling her somebody was following me, and she goes, on social media. I go, no, to work every night. What are you talking about? Fucking crazy person. Yeah. So, follow us. It does mean a lot for you to subscribe and leave a good rating. And you can go to our YouTube channel, leave a comment, give us a 5-star rating. It helps the algorithm find us and all that shit. It's smart people stuff, but I've read about it and I think it works. So please do that. Speaking of pubes,
what are we drinking? Food, first off, what are we drinking?
Thank you.
I will start. I am drinking a Tampa Bay Classic High Life IPA. Okay. Everybody likes it. It's recognized nationwide now. It is a jewel that has come from the Tampa
first
Bay
IPA
area.
that turned me on to IPAs.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm on Divine Brewing. Shout out to my favorite brewery in the world. It's the Rye Lager Ale.
It's a good one.
Tasty.
I love that one. Yeah, that's very good. I like all the stuff at Divine. It's very, very good. I wish they would bring back the smoke 'em if you got them, where they actually smoke the rye before they make the beer, and it tastes like a barbecue. Oh my god, that's what I'm gonna get. But I am drinking. Oh, guys. I'm drinking coffee. I am a puss, dude. I'm hurt. I'm drinking tonight. We have shows tonight. We have back-to-back double feature tonight. So I plan on doing some drinking a little bit tonight, for my back pain, from walking around Halloween Horror Nights for fucking 19 hours last night. So it's going to be good. I was drinking all kinds of beers last night. And man, shout out to $13 canned beers, dude. Not even a tall boy. Not even a tall boy.
What, 12 ounces?
Yeah, dude.
No.
One of my favorite beers ever is I don't know if you know Wells banana bread beer. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, I think you brought it up on the show before, and
it's delicious.
I tried it at there was like that sandwich place that I took you and Katie to.
Oh yeah, that was good.
They had it at that they had it in the cooler over there, and I tried it.
Yeah, it's good. It tastes like banana bread. Yeah, it's good.
It tastes just like banana bread. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, I first had it at
fluffy in your mouth.
What kind of beer is it? Is it like a lager or?
Yeah.
Like ale, yeah.
Yeah, or wheat or some, I don't know, something.
It tastes like ale, but it's like so it's like it's like liquid bread basically.
Yeah, I got you. It's very bready.
Yeah,
it's good. But yeah, I mean, I went there last night and I figured out, dude, I'm too old for not just for theme parks, but for like themed nights at a theme park. Like, number one, it's so expensive, and I didn't even pay. I got free passes from the radio gig. Shout out to the promotions department. Thank you, Mike Olivero. But you can't you have to get the speed passes. You have to get the express because you will never see everything.
Yeah. What is it? A 2-hour wait for each house?
About an hour.
You'll maybe do two or three.
You mentioned that you're
max.
at Halloween Horror Nights, right?
Yeah,
so
in Orlando.
It's haunted houses.
Yeah.
So it's like what, 2 to 3 hour wait, right?
At least, yeah.
On some of them, yeah, it's really bad.
Well, you were there on a Thursday night, which is probably a little better.
I think they were running about an hour to 90 minutes on the most popular. There's 10 haunted houses. With the speed passes, it took us almost to a closing time with speed passes, and you're getting pretty. You got to do the entire park. It's a big place, and
Did
then
you do all 10?
Oh yeah, we did it last year too.
That's why you're tired.
Well, it's not just tired. Like I started like trying to care about my health again this week. And, I put a few pounds back on since January because I've been eating like I'm in a competition or something. And so I was like, all right, I got to nip this in the bud. I lost 120 pounds over 2 years and I gained over 20 pounds back. So I'm still way ahead of the game. I'm still like 100 pounds lighter than I was 2 years ago. But if you don't like get control of it, you'll be right back. You'll be Flowers from Algernon Charlie back on the swing at the end of the story. And I don't want that. And if you haven't read that book, fucking learn to read or something. They made us read it in school. But so I've been on the treadmill all week and my lower back's been like, ow, dude, you're really walking a lot. Look at you. And then after yesterday, I looked at my my stats my Apple Watch. I walked over 20,000 steps last night. So
that's the equivalent of what, 6 miles or something?
I don't know. It's I don't know like athletic.
James, can you
math.
Google us? Can you Google that for us, James?
It's got to be more than 6 miles.
How many miles is 20,000 steps? Let's see. He'll throw it up there. It's a
gotta
lot.
It's got to be 30, 40 miles.
it's like
a lot.
30, 40 miles.
Got to be like a Trail of Tears.
It's like 4 or 5 miles. I think.
It's
'Cause I think 5,000 steps is like a mile.
It's
Okay.
fat white Trail of Tears is what it is.
Fucking
folks.
Moses through the desert.
Oh my god, dude, it was so bad. I mean, like halfway through the night, and I'm trying to like not whine and complain because I got my beautiful wife with me, and I don't want her to think I'm a big giant puss, right? So she's just like, "How you doing? You doing all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm great. Couldn't be better." And
Great.
she's like, all
10
right,
miles.
nice,
Okay,
all
that's
right.
impressive. That's a hike.
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. I could
10
just
miles.
I could just walk to your studio from my house. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
It's about probably between me and Matt's house it's probably
No.
about 12 miles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's ridiculous. Okay, I'm in my 50s. All right, and it's not good. So like, I'm walking around this thing, and I'm feeling the pain. And by the way, I put on a new pair of shoes too because I'm like, oh, these shoes they're like walking Pumas that kind of look cool.
Not broken in though, huh?
Oh, you got to
Yeah.
first.
So my left pinky toe, I by an hour in my head, I'm like, that toe's bleeding. I can feel it bleeding.
That toe is
I know.
off. That toe is rattling
know.
around in my shoe.
And I'm
You can
in my
feel it.
Like change in the dryer.
in my head. Yes, in my
There's
head. I'm
bloody
like,
footprints coming behind you, but everybody thinks it's just part of the exhibit at Halloween Horror Nights.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that. So like in my head, I'm like, sooner or later, it's just gonna go numb, right? That'd be good, right? Once it falls off or whatever happens, and it'll go numb. Just don't tell your wife that your pinky toe hurts, right? You're a man here. Like, just go. We have to get to a quiet place in insidious houses. Like, we got to do this. It's gonna be great.
How was the
And-
quiet place? Was that good?
It was one of the worst houses. Yeah, it sucked. It wasn't
The,
quiet.
the animatronics look kind of cool.
I mean,
Like,
but
I did them all on YouTube, but yeah, no.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
nobody's gonna be quiet. The whole thing about that movie is just like the weird silence
Mm-hmm.
is kind of
Yeah.
creepy, but nobody's gonna be quiet in the fucking
No, it's just-
haunted house.
it was loud. It wasn't a quiet
That's how it
place.
was last year. Like the big houses weren't as good as some of the smaller houses. Like
Yeah.
remember the what was it? The Exorcist house.
I like
that had
that
like
one.
children running around. Yeah, that
It
was,
was-
that was the best one. But I
They had
didn't
real kids in there.
like actual little kids were like you'd be like, what the fuck
creepy
was
as
that?
fuck, yeah.
No, that one I've been thinking about for over a year
That was
because
a good one.
it was from the last one where it had like the little white girl and the little black girl
Mm-hmm.
because diversity. There was a board meeting and somebody was like,
Look,
"How
the
come
movie
black-"
wasn't great, but the haunted
How
house
come?
top notch.
There was a board meeting and they're like, how come black babies can't get possessed? Oh, ghosts don't want to possess no black baby.
Is Johnny calling Halloween Horror Nights too woke now?
Yeah.
No, not the actual Halloween Horror Nights. I just think that maybe the studio maybe pushed a little hard, but it ended up being a good movie. I like the black white Exorcist. I thought it was great. It was all right, But the haunted house. So like walking through the haunted house, and there's one part where it looks like there's a mirror next to you in the hallway, and I look over and it's the little black girl, exorcist girl, and she's walking like next to me, but I thought it was a mirror, and I look over and she just turns her head like she's like this, and she turns her head and goes, and I fucking I told my wife, and I was so impressed, I screamed, but I was like also like thumbs up in her, like, you fucking got me really good.
Got
And
me, yeah.
Dude, I told my wife, I go, did you just see what the fuck that girl did to me? And she's like, I didn't see it. I was like, it was the greatest thing that could have ever happened at a Halloween Horror Nights.
The only part of that movie I remember is the end where they have every religion that came together, like the Avengers. They have like a Jewish priest, they have a voodoo woman, but
Okay.
there's a Catholic priest who
Okay.
can't do it because
the
the church,
Avengers
the
of
church
made
was
up-
like the Catholic church won't let you do this, and he's sitting in the car the whole time while they're trying to exercise, and he finally comes in, and you're like, oh, it's on now, and in 1 minute they turn that dude's head around and kill him.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard.
Me too. And look,
That was the best part.
that's what I'm talking about, though. Like you can be a little woke on some of this stuff. So at some point they were like, we need everybody represented in this possession movie, even though it's always been Catholics that do exorcisms. We need some
need the
Jews
Avengers.
and a voodoo doctor. We need everybody in here. Like,
we need the Avengers of made up
We need
bullshit
yeah.
to scam people out of money.
Just the Avengers, yeah.
yeah, we need Jehovah's Witnesses. We need
With our powers combined, we will scam poor people out of money.
Thank you. Yeah,
The Catholic priest walks in, and it's like when Thor fucking shoots in fucking Infinity War.
Yeah, it was funny though.
And then he immediately gets killed. And I
Yeah,
was like,
spoiler alert. Yeah,
idiots.
it was great though. They're like, he's
Should have
gonna
stayed
do
in the
it.
car.
He's gonna do it, and then fucking a 11-year-old fucking demon goes, "Give me that head!" Whoop-ow! Yeah, that's great. Yeah, fuck them, dude.
Kids killing each other, or kids killing adults, is always like creepier. I think.
The beginning of Children of the Corn.
Yeah,
Like, the first
yeah,
10 minutes
so
of Children of the
creepy,
Corn is the
yeah.
best part of the movie.
Malachi. Yeah, that was a.
It's just better than the adult serial killer. If it's a little child, it's just so creepy.
They're the underdogs, man.
Yeah.
I always root for the underdog.
yeah,
Yeah,
when in
no-
reality, it was just like, I am beating this kid to death.
Yeah, nothing could set off a horror movie like a British kid with like a little derby hat on. He's like, you just look in a corner of the room and he's just standing there like, have you seen my mommy? You're like, oh, kill that ghost. Yeah, it's scary shit. Yeah, I don't like it.
It's just a lost kid in Target.
Yeah,
Johnny B brained him.
it's like you didn't have to hit him with a shovel in the Target.
Please help me find my mommy.
He's on vacation from Manchester.
It's like, fucking get out of here, Oliver Twist. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's scary shit. But yeah, so I'm crippled today, and we have to do 2 shows tonight.
Two shows tonight.
But one of them
Yeah.
we get to sit down the whole time, so that's
Thank
nice.
God, dude.
Yeah.
And that movie's short too, right?
It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half. So
Yeah,
I
we
can
get
do that
home.
show.
We get home from Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm like, we get on the couch, and what do? We put on a horror movie, right? So we're watching a horror movie, and I'm like, yeah, like because I need a real horror, right?
Oh, it's October, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we love it. We love Halloween, right? It's great. And I got my feet up on the ottoman. Everything's great. And then like the movie's over, and I go, let me get up and get another drink and go to the bathroom real quick. And double Charlie horses in both legs just set in like, pow, fucking 20,000 steps, bitch. And I'm yelling at my wife, right? Because she's a nurse, and I think maybe she knows what to do, right? And I've never had this kind of pain. Like, it wasn't like a normal Charlie horse you get when you're like playing junior high football and don't drink enough water. This was like every muscle from the hips down to the toes was like, fuck you. And I was like, oh, and I'm yelling at her. I go, do something. And she's standing next to the couch like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm dying. And she's like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like,
setting up a pulley system on the roof.
She's like, Johnny, I don't know. She's like, I don't know what to tell you unless you like shit your pants. I could like change your pants for you.
yeah, what she should have done is when I said do something, she just starts fucking setting up a Tinder account like I'm doing something. Yeah, don't you worry. Yeah, I'm gonna get a guy that can walk around the park without having a boo boo. Like fucking pussy.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised you guys got home and like didn't immediately just pass out.
do something. She just starts cheating on me in front of me. Like, no, it was it's bad, dude. Like when I get to the car, like after 10 miles of walking, right, and I'm dead. Like I'm just dead. You know how when you have to poop on the way home and your butthole knows when you're close to the house and like the poop wants to come out?
Yeah, it starts letting go.
It's like a dog on a leash.
So my body knew when I was getting close to the parking garage at Halloween Horror Nights that the night was over. So my body was like, now we're done. Like all of a sudden everything starts hurting. My knee, I go, when did I tweak my knee? My knee's like, I've been fucked all night. I just waited till now to let you know. And it's like,
no, your toe hurt so bad that you didn't notice your knee. Yeah.
yeah, everything's hurting at this point. And I'm like, I still got another half mile to the car. And I get to the car, and it was like the longest part of the whole fucking night. And I take my shoe off with the fucking pinky toe, right? And my wife's like, what are you doing? You're going to drive home barefoot? And I go, yeah, I am. I don't care. And I look, and first thing I look at my sock, I'm like, am I bleeding? No blood at all. But then I like pull my sock off, and my wife looks at my foot. She goes, has your pinky toe always been like sideways like that? And I go, I don't even know. I don't know if I broke. Is it always like that? And she's like,
turned over.
It was just like on its side, like this is. But I think it's just years of fatness. It's just
Johnny
made
B
me-
and his toes are strangers.
dude. I've
No,
rarely
my
seen
toe's fucked
feet.
up like that. My
Yeah,
toe,
but you're aware of it.
my toe has been fucked up like that from hiking. Yeah, from hiking
For sure.
many miles. It has turned over like that. So I think you fucked yourself last
Oh,
night.
it's great. Yeah. And also, I told my wife too. She
You'll
goes,
be fine.
"Toe always been like that." I go, "Look, for years I couldn't see my feet. I have no idea what's going on down there. Like, I knew I had them, but I'm, it's whatever they are, they are. She's like, "You need to trim your toenails." I go, "I didn't know I had them. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is all new to me."
Even if you lose your toes, they still feel like they're down there. Like my dad is missing 2 toes, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sometimes they just hurt."
Phantom
Yeah.
toe pain.
Phantom
Oh.
toe pain, yeah. He's like, they feel like they're there still, and sometimes they still hurt. It's like, even though they're not even there. Yeah.
Without his toes, can he walk like normally?
I mean, not well.
Not well. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
I mean, he
don't know.
can.
But my question is, how vital are your toes?
The big one is the most important
Okay.
one. Yeah.
just like
Good news, Johnny. All you need are the big ones.
just like personalities on a podcast, the biggest one's always the most important. Yeah, no. So I'm never doing it again. After last night, I said, because look,
dude.
and what I was getting to, the speed passes on an off night. Last night's Thursday. It's the cheapest night to get a speed pass, $200 a person to get a speed pass, and you have to get it like all night long. It's worth it just to shit on the people that don't have it. Because I'm walking through this.
That was the best part last year.
Oh my
Just
god!
walking past people.
Just get away from me.
Ugh.
It's like when you order a sub online at Publix, and then you walk in there on a Sunday, and there's like 15 people deep, and you just walk up and you grab your sub and you just walk away.
Like, I have one back there for Johnny, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here it is, right here." And you're like, "Ha ha ha!" No, dude, the lines were so long. There were people, families sitting down in a circle playing games. Like the lines were just that long. They're like, I'm like, holy shit, they have Uno. They're playing Uno, waiting in line. Like we were just walking straight into a lot of them. It was absolutely nuts. So you got to pay the $200. They know they got you by the balls, and it's like so expensive. And then by the time I buy, several $13, 12-ounce canned beers, and we had to eat like a couple of times. You're there all night, so it's like, I got like a little hors d'oeuvre size little thing, like little fish and chips. It's like one little piece of fish and 4 French fries for like $27. I'm like, what do we do? I spent like $200 just in concessions.
Just in concessions, yeah.
And then and then parking was $32.
terrific.
It's crazy.
It's a horror night.
Yeah, and to feel like it's a horror, and to feel like somebody beat me with baseball bats. That's what it feels like today. I feel like I just got fucking mugged. And honestly, there was like 3 houses that were good, and I think I'm just at the age now where, it's like, it's all jump scares, and it's like, all right, I guess, I can pay my neighbor.
We got to the 10th house last year, and you guys were like, all right, you guys ready? And me and Katie were like, nah,
No,
we're leaving.
Yeah.
Because it was some random off-brand house, and I was like, we did all the good ones. I don't need this shit. I'm walking. I still have to walk to the car. So yeah. I don't think I'm ever doing that shit again.
Yeah, it
The
was
scariest thing that I have watched all week was Monday Night Football. That was horrific.
bad. I like the segue. We got it
Shut
back
the
on the
hell up,
sports.
John.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to
It's
get to
Halloween.
sports.
It's Halloween week, baby.
We got to get to sports eventually.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry is scary. Yes, you're right.
I don't think it was scary. It was sad, dude. I was heartbroken for like 2 straight days. Like I had that feeling in the pit of your stomach, like when you lose a family member or when a girl dumps you on Christmas.
You were up to like what 7 a.m. drinking bourbon on Monday night, right?
It broke my heart. Like to see Chris Godwin on the field and to know that his season's done when he was having the best year, not only of his career, of like any wide receiver.
He was the number 1 fantasy receiver. He was number 1 in fantasy football.
Yeah, he was leading the league in yak, which is yards after catch. He was killing it. He was in receptions. He was on pace to have 121 receptions, which would break not only Buccaneer records, but a lot of records. And like, he was just not only just balling out, he's such a good dude. Like he's one of these guys, just character-wise, you don't get better than that. Like just super nice guy, hard worker.
He's on a contract year, which is the
that's
most
the other
heartbreaking
thing.
part.
Right,
That's
right.
the worst part.
He
was
might
on
be
pace
done.
to get paid.
He was going to get 120
forever
million.
money. He was going to get
Easy.
$100 million at least.
Did you guys see the injury? Were you watching live when
Yeah.
it happened?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
And it was so bad they wouldn't even replay it.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, we're being told we're not going to show that again.
Well, you
I
could
saw
hear
it. I saw it briefly, and I was like, was it that bad? And I wanted to like look at it again, and then it was like, no, it is that
There's
bad.
pictures of it online now where you can just see his feet turned opposite directions.
Well, you know what made me when I knew it was really bad. Live, you could hear, like, from the broadcast, you could hear Jalen McMillan, the third round draft pick wide receiver. He was on the field. You could hear him yell "fuck" like loud. That was him that yelled it. A lot of people thought it was Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin was he's the guy that suffered the most and was the most chill. All the players are like down on
He
the ground.
seemed really chill, yeah.
Even
Did
when
you
they
see what he
carted him
said?
off, he was just like, time to
No.
work.
What did you see what he said to Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield goes to give him a hug, and you could read his lips. He goes, "What a shame." That's what he said. What a shame, dude. That cost you over $100 million. You're like, you may not ever be the same again after an ACL and now a completely dislocated ankle. Like,
How long has it been since the ACL surgery?
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
He was just back to full speed. Like, he
Right.
came back last year, but he wasn't quite himself. This year, he was unbelievable. Like, from training camp on, he was.
Somebody
I knew it
will
was
still
gonna be
pay
a
him,
big year.
but it won't be what he deserved.
I hope it's the Bucks. I hope he does.
Actually,
I hope
we
he
might
does
be
it.
able to afford him now.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, but
Let's
Yeah.
keep him.
yeah.
I think as a sign of good faith, if I'm the Bucks, and I know it's a bad business decision, but I don't care. As a sign of good faith, I would extend him right now while he's injured. I would give him $25 million a year and extend him. I would.
That's
I
like,
would.
don't do it. No.
Let's pump the
would.
brakes on that.
I would do it. I don't give a shit. I would do it.
Let's make sure he
because-
can walk and shit. Like,
Nah, dude, I don't care if he can't. Fuck it, pay him. It's money. Who cares? I just spent $13 on canned beer. Give this guy his money. He deserves it. Nobody deserves it more. I don't know. It's just it's heartbreaking to see that, and to know that we were 4-2 and looking like we were gonna, very possibly win the division, and to have Mike Evans go down with a really bad hamstring, and they're saying
Yep.
4 weeks, but we don't know if he's even going to come back and be himself. Okay, he's 4 weeks. We lose all 4 weeks. What the fuck?
Well, should he have even been playing on Monday?
it didn't look like it after the first catch.
That's what I was thinking.
But
like,
for the first 10 minutes of that game, we came out on fire.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like it was going to be a game.
Very disappointing. And here's the thing too, the big debate. And I was even like in the moment, I was tweeting, I was doing all the stuff like, why is Chris Godwin in the game with 43 seconds left, down by 10? Why did they have Mike Evans out there? And it took me a couple of days to really reflect and calm down and like try to look at it from another person's perspective, because I try to do that no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's like a dispute between friends or if it's a sports situation or any kind of situation. I always try to like take a deep breath and put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to like, okay, that makes sense if you look at it this way or whatever, instead of just being one-sided on it. And I thought about it, like, try to get a warrior like Chris Godwin off the field when there's even if it's a 2% chance of winning, which that's
Right.
about what it was, to try to tell him, all right, look, Mike Evans is out of the game. You are already our best offensive player this year. If we're going to win this game, we need our best players on the field. And to tell him, hey, I know there's a chance, but it's a slim chance. We're gonna bench you. Chris Godwin would have told all the coaches. Yeah, he would have told all of them, fuck you, I'm playing. I know he would have. So you got to kind of respect that warrior mentality. So that's one thing,
it's their job to win.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Their only job is to win, and that's drilled into their heads for most of their lives. And so, even the head coach, it's like, it's in his mind, he's like, well, I want to win. Maybe we could win.
It's also the coach's job to save him from himself, though.
True.
Like,
I don't think you
gotta be
could
like, hey,
take
man,
him off the field. I don't think he could have. I don't
take
think
his shoes, fucking take his helmet, throw
But
it in the
what
stand.
indication?
man,
What
it's
indication
over.
was there that he was going to get an injury? You
No,
know?
it wasn't.
Exactly.
But, the
Yeah,
game,
that's
but
what I'm
there's
saying.
no
There's
reason.
no indication
But
that
there's no
that could
reason to
happen.
risk it. The game is over. We were
But
not
yeah,
going to win that.
But it's
game.
not like he was like, "Hey, coach, my fucking knee hurts a little." Get
No,
the
that
fuck
could
back
happen
in there.
anytime.
No, take out all the starters. Take out Baker. Take out
Yeah.
the,
I mean, that's what the Ravens did. But
That's what. Yeah, that's what you should do.
well, here's a problem too, and this is what I think plays into it. And I saw somebody bring this up, and I talked about this with James on my show on 102.5 The Bone. And like everybody's saying, like, well, what about Detroit playoff game? They had timeouts left. they still had a chance to win, and Bowles let the clock run out. And he said in the presser afterwards, well, the game was basically over at that point, when it really wasn't, right? So I think that actually played into this on Monday night, because
I didn't
Bowles,
even think about that.
yeah, like, because everybody's like, wow, what a hypocrite. Now he thinks he can win the game, but last year during the playoffs, he didn't. No, I think because of that playoff game, he was like, I got to fucking try to win every game now, because that was a bad look on me last year. I left timeouts on the table, everything else. So now if there's a 1% chance to win this game, we're going to try to win this fucking game with our best players on the field. So I think that played into it big time. And you can't hate the guy for trying to win when you bitched him out for not trying to win back in the playoffs. So there's a lot that plays into it. So after I thought about it for a couple of days, you know, I'm like, Mike Evans is out there because he's a Warrior also. You know what I mean? That guy's going to play if he can fucking play.
He wants to come back as soon as possible. I get it. But should he have been out there? Maybe.
He could have had 2 touchdowns easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's brutal. And the chances of them making the playoffs now are slim. But there's a chance if these young guys can ball out, if McMillan can ball out, if Trey Palmer can ball out, and they could stay healthy. There's Miller that looked really good in training camp.
Wow.
I mean,
K. Dotton is about to fucking.
Oh, he had over 100 yards the other night.
He
Yes.
had a game, and now he is the guy.
It's weird too, because his face doesn't look like a superstar player. He looks like an
I don't
insurance
think he's a
salesman.
superstar, but I think he's going to help us a lot. And
Like Travis Kelce looks like a football player in the face, right? You know, like, even though he's, you know, Taylor Swift version of him's a little more feminine.
I mean, he's
you know
he's doing TV shows now. He's on,
he's like dancing
he's on
on
like
stage.
Grotesquerie.
American Horror Story or something. Grotesquerie.
Yeah, he's a little more Hollywood now, but he still looks like a football player. Like, he's a baller, right? Where you look at
He looks
K.
like
Dotton,
Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
now,
Throw
yeah.
all over those mountains.
But you look at K. Dotton, he looks like he's going to sell you insurance or ask you if he can explain his Christ and Savior to
Have you
you.
heard
Or
about our
something
Lord
like
and
that.
Savior?
Yeah. No, he looks like he sells tools at the Sears at the mall.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but he doesn't look like he's going to fucking run you over at the goal line. But I mean, he can play. He can definitely play. So we'll see. And I think you're going to see guys like Culp, the tight end that we drafted from Washington. He'll have a chance to step up. He's fast. He's one of these like Isaiah Likely kind of guys, you know. So we'll see, man. They can do it. But Baker's still going to ball. Like, we need good Baker more than, you know, we don't need those bad Bakers coming
You
back.
see, he might get suspended for a game for popping a Zin on the sideline.
I
Yeah,
saw. Well, I mean, you can't read what the package says. I
No,
looked
you
at the
can't.
footage. Like, it's obviously that. But
Yeah.
You can't read what's on the package. So it's like, how? Like, okay,
You
did
could just
you
be like,
see
it
him
was
do
a mint, bro.
Yeah, that's a Altoids, bro. Okay.
They're not
I didn't
gonna do it.
realize there was like a rule that says you cannot use tobacco products on the sideline.
It's not tobacco. There's no tobacco in it. It's just
Is it not?
nicotine.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's just nicotine.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a nicotine breath mint. There's no tobacco in it at all.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's kind of like there's like a lot of dudes that work for like the police and fire departments where it's like zero tobacco use policy. And
Oh, there's a
that's
bunch
kind
of
the-
comics who use it. Like, there's a
And
ton.
that, well, I mean, that's the loophole though. Is like this isn't tobacco.
It's just dumb. Like, choose your battles, NFL. They're not going to suspend him. Tariq Hill kicks women in the stomach, and he plays all year. So I don't want to hear it. Like, the guy popped a little Zen in there while he just lost his 2 best players. You're lucky he wasn't doing heroin on the sideline. You're like, is that a tourniquet right there? Like, I think it is, Joe Buck. Yeah, he just lost his goddamn Pro Bowl and, you know, wide receiver core. So if he wants to pop a little zinnies in, that's fine. He could smoke crack. I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, that's fine. Like, he's not hurting anybody. He's
Oh,
having
I
a
don't care.
bad night.
That's
Yeah, he's
Tampa
having
to a T. That's
Yeah.
the Tampa. That's the Tampa quarterback right there.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
the one we've deserved.
No, the Tampa quarterback is like spraying some spray paint in a bag. and
He'll
then,
have
like,
a
huffing
Monster
it.
Energy. He'll fucking pop some Skull, and he'll
Yeah,
go out
dude.
there and he'll throw 2 touchdowns.
Then he'll wake up the next morning and change the drywall in his flooded home. Yeah, that's fucking Tampa, baby. You know, nothing against the GOAT, but he's not eating avocado ice cream. This motherfucker's doing drugs. You know, he's gotta get over some shit. Like, it's not easy around here, folks.
So what are we looking like going into Sunday with our creamsicles?
Oh yeah.
Creamsicle day.
It's a must win. It's a must win.
Yeah.
This will
early in
be
the season.
like, will we make the playoffs or not?
You got to win the division to
we
make
have
the
to
playoffs.
beat Atlanta to make the playoffs. Yeah.
Well, because the
And
NFC
we're tied
North.
with Atlanta for what? First place?
No, they're ahead of us because they beat us the first time.
Oh,
Yeah, they have
that's
the-
right.
they
Okay,
have
so
the
they're
tiebreaker.
ahead of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Yeah, we have to beat them, and there's only going to be one team make the playoffs out of this division because the NFC North is way better, NFC West is better. Like it's just that's how it works, you know. So you're not going to get a wild card out of this division. It's just not going to happen. So you're going to have to win the division, and you can't lose and be 0-2 to the Falcons, and they'll be undefeated in the division if they beat us on Sunday. So it'd be really tough to to overcome that. So you got to beat them. You got to beat them. But how do you do it? Number one, injured like you are. Number two, and even though we love the throwbacks, we suck in the throwbacks. It's like every time we play a throwback game, we play like the Lehman Bennett Bucks. You know what I mean? Like, can we be the Dungy throwbacks? Can we be that? No, we got to be.
Well, last year we played Detroit in them, which is like, whoa, hey, no, let's pick a game where we can blow them out.
It's it's just horrible. I don't want the Ray Perkins fucking throwbacks. It's just like, I love the uniforms and it's going to be sexy looking, but man, if we could just win in them, that'd be really, really cool. I would love to see
us wear the away throwbacks one day, like the old whites
the
with
white
the
ones?
orange, with the orange
letters.
We always wear the creamsicles, which are cool, but
yeah,
I would like to see us wear the aways every once in a while.
What about a whole season in the throwbacks? I've heard people debate that. Would that be cool to do a whole season?
Well, you'd have to do the whites then.
Because you have to do the away games.
Yeah, I'm for that.
I wouldn't be against it. I mean, I don't know.
I think
it was good. I was glad that they changed it when they did because they needed a change when they had the new owners and they had a new stadium, the new football team, and it was good to change. But now I think we're ready to go back.
I don't know about a whole season, maybe a couple games. The orange is a bit much.
Yeah.
But like I wish the NFL, there's going to be a Thursday night game on Halloween. Like they should do a fucking like badass Halloween themed game. Like if the Bucks were playing, have like a ghost ship logo, or like if the fucking Vikings were playing, like a skull Viking, just
skull
like something
Viking,
cool. Like I would totally get that fucking T-shirt or jersey.
I wish they would allow more uniform and helmet options the way they do in college football.
Yeah.
I think it would really liven things up.
Like they did with the Lightning. The Lightning came out with the Gasparilla logo, which was super dope.
Really? Oh yeah, like the Rays, fucking yeah.
Well, have you seen some of
the Rays got the City Connect, and the Lightning got the Gasparilla Lightning logo.
I haven't seen that one. I got to check that out.
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
Have you seen some
pirate themed Lightning logo?
That's dope.
You've seen the concept helmets, right? That you can get like the mini helmets, and I have some here. Like where you're like, why can't that really be a thing? You know, but the NFL only allows like 2 helmets or something like that. But the Bucks could have so many bad, like a white out game. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Come here.
He's there. He's here, folks. Don't worry.
All right, if you're watching this on YouTube, so this is one of them, and I got these autographed, right? These are cool. I
forgot your legs are fucked up.
No, I'm in a chair. I just slid over in my chair.
I'm in a chair. Yeah, we know.
You wouldn't
my
do
boy.
This. He can't walk. Wasn't in this chair, but you are, Blanche. You are in that chair. No, this is one of them. though. This is the iced out like concept helmet with like kind of a silver logo. Can you imagine like all white uniforms with the silver lettering and this for a game? How cool would that be, right? That'd be pretty.
I'd be down for that.
Who do I have on this one? Scotty Miller. Ooh, Mike Evans. Anyway,
MLB definitely has more uniform options throughout the season. Obviously, it's a longer season.
I also like the matte helmets that like that not shine. Like if we did that with like the pewter, that'd be awesome.
Yes. Yeah, you could do all that. You could do all black with like a white Bucks logo. There's all kinds of cool, or just just the skull and crossbones by themselves on black would be sick. And I think it would be really cool, not only to kind of liven things up and make the games look badass, but for merch. You know what I mean? You'd have all these different. I
would buy that instantly.
Yes.
When they play overseas, like if they play in Germany, have like German themed uniforms or something. I don't know.
Just a swastika. Oh my god, dude.
How did you not see that coming?
Didn't see that coming.
A swastika made out of pirate swords.
Because I was thinking about Germany now.
You see the team walking out like March.
I was thinking about Germany now that they're getting into professional football. Seems like a nice place. Okay.
Germany has one thing culturally that everyone thinks about when you mention Germany.
Trying to get past it.
It's not like the years of like good beer and fun polka music. No, you know what you did.
Every play is a blitz. Every play. Come on. What are we doing?
Should have said England.
Germany is very nice. I've been there twice. It is beautiful.
It's a beautiful country.
I do love it. Yes.
I mean, it's been 100 years, guys. I mean, too soon? Too soon? What are we doing? Yeah. So the point is, Chris Godwin's out for the year. It's not good. That's the point we're trying to make before we turn it into Nazi logos.
Are we gonna make a bet for Sunday?
Oh, I'm always betting. Yes, absolutely. I will be putting a bet in.
I haven't even done mine yet.
Let's pick a 3-leg parlay for Sunday real quick.
It might not be what you want it to be. I'm going with the under with our 2 wide receivers out. I don't see. That's the thing, man. The Bucs have covered the over 5 out of 7 games. They've covered the over.
Our offense was on fire.
Well, this is why I told everybody on Monday night's game. I told everybody and their mother, don't bet anything. Don't do a parlay. Just bet your whole paycheck on the over. The over under was 51. I go, they're going to cover the over. It's not even going to be close. It'll be a shootout. And then what do? I do a 6-leg parlay like a jack up. But I also
do an 18-leg parlay.
I did do a 4-leg that won, and I was updating you guys in real time because I needed Baker to have 35 pass attempts, and for some reason he just kept taking sacks in the fourth quarter, and then like handing the ball off, and I'm like, throw the fucking ball anywhere, throw it up in the stands. I don't care. I need attempts. I don't even need receptions. And then in the garbage time, when everybody's like, Bowles needs to take the starters out, I'm like, he does. Everybody but Baker. He needs to leave Baker in there. Just throw some balls out into the stands. And I was updating you guys in our chat. I'm like, 11 more throws. And it was like 10, 9, 8. And I'm like, they're not responding. These guys are asleep, or they blocked me on Facebook. And
no, I was watching it. I was watching your comments, and I was like, I was following along.
He ended up with like 39. So I got there and I made that money, which was didn't even feel good because I was sick to my stomach over Chris Godwin. But all right, let's go to our gambling thing and figure out.
I can tell you I'm taking the over on K. Dotton receptions. It's at 4.5 right now.
Oh my God, dude.
He's been over that 4 of the last 5 games without everything that's happened. So I've definitely got the over on that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good lock. Let's see here. I'm going right now, folks. I like this in real time.
Yards or
receptions?
Receptions. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the yards on them? Hold on. I'm going on it right now.
I didn't look at the yards.
Yards right now, over 24.5.
Oh my God.
What?
So, yes, yeah, dude.
I'm putting this bet in right now.
Yeah.
I'm putting his bet in right now, and he's definitely going to break his leg on Sunday. That's going to happen. There's no doubt in my life.
Just on the way to the stadium,
Barnaby's cursing him.
Monday morning, he will be wheeled out of the hospital.
He's going to be wearing a Chris Godwin jersey to like show respect and like break his leg on the way to the stadium. That's going.
Oh no, he's at 44.5.
Okay.
That's more reasonable, but still,
he's getting that. Yeah, he's getting that unless one of the rookie receivers has 200 yards. I mean, it's
he's hit that 4 out of the last 5 games. Anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing you got to look at. If you are gambling, don't just blindly bet stuff, even though you're probably going to win because, whatever. You got to look at
nothing can go wrong when you gamble.
You got to look at the trends, though. If you look at the trends.
Your kids don't need to go to college. Don't be a bitch.
They really don't. They really don't. Teach them a trade. Fuck that, dude.
We need more plumbers. All right?
Teach them how to make breadsticks at the Olive
There
Garden.
you go. It's not glamorous, but we need it.
It's better than being out $200,000 in debt than trying to find a job.
Show them that fucking chart of the breadsticks, and then let them make up their own mind whether they want to go to college or not.
That's where they track the kids' height. Oh, you're the dark breadstick tall today.
Teach them how to play golf. They can do it until they're 80. Teach them how to play golf, and then send them to pharmacy school. Let them be a pharmacist. What's that, like 4 years? And then you actually go work at Walgreens because everybody who needs drugs, I need them right now. I need drugs, right?
Yeah, and you get access to pills. So,
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I dated a pharmacist for a while, and she was a real fucking drug addict.
Hell yeah, dude.
She was like, she had a pill for everything. Oh, you want this? Like,
I like
it
that,
was
dude.
Weird. Called her Dr. Kimmy.
You say drug addict. I say resourceful.
Resourceful party.
I say champion. Yeah, so I'm going to go, look, passing. This is ridiculous. Kirk Cousins over 243 against our defense? Fucking over.
He had 500 yards the last time.
Yeah. Anybody can throw 243 on the Bucs right now. Like, we have the second worst pass defense in the league over Washington, and Washington is starting a middle schooler at safety. So fucking over, baby. Oh, that's
why people
so easy.
are talking about the Bucks trading for Cooper Kupp, and I'm like, fuck that. Trade for a pass rusher.
I got
Go get Hassan Reddick. He doesn't want to play for the Jets.
I got Kirk Cousins. I got $5 on him getting a face tattoo if they make the playoffs.
You mean Kirko? Big Kirko?
Big Kirko, baby.
Back to the Cooper Kupp thing. When you said that, I was the same way. I was like, we need defense. We need edge. Trade for Max Crosby for the Raiders because they're dumping people. You know what I mean? Like that guy. Does that guy not look like he would be a Buccaneer though? Like he is a badass. The guy's smoking.
He would be popping Zins with fucking with Baker for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking tough guy. Like we need that. Like we haven't had a tough guy at defensive end since JPP. Like we need that.
There's a highlight last year of when the Raiders played the Colts and Gardner Minshew was the quarterback, and Max Crosby just keeps pushing him after every play and calling him a little ass boy. And then they show Gardner on the sideline at like the third quarter. He's like, that guy keeps calling me a little ass boy, and you could tell he was getting in his head. And I'm like, fuck yeah, awesome.
Well, that's what Baker
little
does.
Ass boy.
Baker does that. Remember when Baker stiff armed the defensive back last year, and he goes, "You need to put some weight on, boy." I'm like, that's our quarterback. Like. Yeah, we need Max Crosby to be the Baker Mayfield of the defense. That's what we need. Like, yeah, fuck Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp.
We need a powerful shit talker. I mean, the psychology behind professional sports. They don't talk about it that much in football, as opposed to like other sports, like boxing or baseball or UFC or whatever. But it's definitely there. These guys are under tremendous fucking pressure. To live up to their expectations, and then if you got a guy just knocking you over and calling you a little bitch, like that's gonna fuck you up. That's gonna fuck your head up. You're like, I tried my hardest on that play, and then he pushed me over and called me a bitch.
I just love the idea of like little boy, like small child, like
you child.
What? I'd rather be called a little bitch than a fucking small boy.
I was about to say that without cursing.
He's
it's
workshopping.
Like, he could have said every curse word in the book. And called you the most offensive. He could have called him gay or anything like football players don't want to be called. Little boy is the worst. Like that guy is a fucking pro shit talker. That is amazing.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Or you just go even further in that direction and you'd be like, "Are you okay, son? Do you need help up?
Yeah.
Are you okay? You need me to rub your shoulders?"
Normally I cuss, but I don't want to cuss around you because you're a little boy.
Yeah, I don't want to destroy your entire life. Are you sure you're okay, son?
Perfect example for a comedian, right? The worst thing you could be told got told to me in front of you guys at a show that I got thrown out of on Valentine's Day 2015. That fucking lady, she says right into my face, and it was the worst thing you could say to a comic, to snap a comic. She just goes, "You're not funny." Oh, I flew the fuck off on that lady. I mean,
is that the lady you called a cunt?
Yes.
Yeah, I think about
right.
that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think about that like
I
once
remember
a week
that.
still.
Once, and I get thrown out of my own show. They're fucking bouncers are like escorting me out. And I'm like, what did I do? Like, you just can't call women cunts.
I mean, she did everything right. She waited until after the show to say it.
I know.
She came up to you quietly.
She walked up to me and she was like, "You're so funny." And then she walked up to Matt and she was like, "You're so funny."
went
and
down
then
the
she walked
line.
up to Johnny. She went down a line and then she walked up to Johnny and she's like, "You're not funny."
Yeah, she went down the line like
You're
Dorothy.
so great. You're so great.
No, remember Dorothy when
Not
she was
you.
saying bye to everybody before she got in the fucking hot air balloon, right? I'm gonna miss you the most, Scarecrow. All that shit. She's going down the line. It's like fucking. It's like a Hall of Fame of Tampa comics. It's like J.B. Ball, John J. Murray, Matt Fernandez, Joe Riga, all these guys. It was like a big showcase, and I had to follow all these killers in front of an uptight crowd that hated my guts, right? So it's like fucking. She's going down the line. You are fantastic. I like when you did this and that. Oh my God, I love that. Blah, 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 blah. And she gets to me at the end of the line. She just goes, "You're not funny." And I was like, fuck you.
Fuck you. You know what? I remember what was wrong with that night. It was they didn't staff it. They didn't staff it correctly for the amount of tickets that we sold. Now, I don't know if you remember, but this is the exact same room that Soul Joel's,
yeah.
Now,
The martini bar at the time. Yeah.
it was some sort of martini bar at the time. So they weren't expecting us to sell 100 tickets, I guess. So the audience was real unhappy because they had been sitting there for 2.5 hours and ordering drinks and then just like not getting them.
Yeah.
So by the time Johnny was up, it was like, oh, my fucking appetizer didn't come, my second drink didn't come, and I'm in a bad mood now. Yeah. So it was just,
remember
they set
last
us up for
week?
failure.
Last week, last show, episode 6, Aaron judged. We talked about it. Sometimes you can blame the audience, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I saw the decline. Like everybody's like, it started out first 3 of y'all, and I don't remember the exact lineup, did pretty well. And then it was like whoever went on right before me, it was starting to fade a little bit. And I was like, oh no, we're losing them. Right.
I think
and
it was
then
the other JB when
I was
going
going
to
to say, I think JB was before you. Yeah.
And JB doesn't have bad sets. And I saw them kind of fading on him a little bit. And not to say I do have bad sets, but I in the back of my head, I went, oh shit, this is it's a long show. The longer the show, the worse. When you're the last one, it's not good. And
especially at a bar. Like, bar shows under 90 minutes. Do not run it. Like,
and it's a martini bar, so a lot of uppity people too. So they go in there with like, make me laugh, funny man. And
well, it's still Largo, so
Dance
don't give
clown.
these people too much credit.
dude, I knew 2 minutes into the set, I was like, I'm fucked, right? I'm so fucked. So I just like got a little angry at him, and just had like an aggressive set. And it wasn't working. Normally I could turn the crowd around. They're like, oh, angry fat guy. Ooh.
That's my favorite Johnny B, when you just lash out.
That's my favorite. Yeah, you're in like a
audience.
dive bar and you're like, you whores. I hate you. And then
It
it's
is
like,
the
oh,
best
this is going to
version.
be fun.
It's the best version of me. Yeah, for sure. I remember losing my shit as a middle act on so many shows where I bury like really good headliners because I'm so angry and they get all pissed. I mean, that happened to me at Snappers years ago. I don't want to say that the headliner.
That happens to every time I'm at Snapper. Like, I don't know what.
Yeah, but they brought this guy in from LA and he ate a fat dick after me because I was in traffic from Sarasota to fucking Palm Harbor and I was so pissed off. And I pull into the parking lot like goddamn Starsky and Hutch. I Tokyo drift into the parking lot and I run through the back door as they're calling my name to get on stage. And I'm mad, dude. I'm so mad. And I get up there and I'm just like, motherfucking this and that and the other. The crowd's going ape shit. They love me. And then he gets up and he's fucking bombing. And he goes, oh, yeah. No, I'm glad I flew from LA, man. Like this guy, what, he drive 20 minutes to be here and you guys love him. I guess I'll just fucking eat a dick all weekend. I guess that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just like in the back of the room going, sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I got stuck in traffic on I-75. It's not your fault, man. What do you want? Like,
I mean, I hate that. I mean, I've headlined and I've been the middle act and I've been the host and I've been in every position on the comedy show before. And I really hate that notion of when a headliner is like, hey man, can you not do so good next show or some bullshit to that fucking effect.
Yeah.
Where it's like no, my job is to do as good as I fucking can do, and that's your job as well. Why are you worried about me? You're the fucking headliner.
You're supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Are you saying you're not good?
Yeah, is that what you're saying? Why are you here then?
You're not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why the fuck are you here?
I'll do worse if you tell me right now I'm better than you.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now. No, they'll say something like nonchalantly, like they'll say something like, before you go up, they go, hey, leave some meat on the bone for me. Like that's their way of going, please don't fucking bury me tonight. Please. I don't want to kill myself in my hotel room. All right. Please don't make me do that. Or they'll say something like, wow, it's a good looking crowd. You ain't even really going to have to try that hard tonight, are you? Yeah. And I just grab their shoulder and I go, I'm about to fuck their faces, brother. I'm about to fuck their faces.
I'm just trying to be funny because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
now
it.
I will say this, and if you're the host or the middle act, it's not your show, right? But you need to do your best job.
You still have to do your best.
But I get that. Now I won't go like if it's a clean comic that's headlining, I won't be as dirty as I normally am if I'm the middle act.
That's fine.
That's considerate. I'm not going to go up there and just be raw dogging it. And then this guy's going to go up and do his fucking Mormon act after me. It's not going to work out for the crowd. So
the dry bar comedy act. It's like, hey guys, what if we took the best stand-up comics in the country, and then made them talk like they were speaking to grade schoolers?
Yeah.
I can't tell you when I was hosting how many features would get mad at me because I'd call them out for bombing, or even at open mics. Like when you're
Oh, yeah,
hosting,
people always get
or if
mad.
you're going up after someone who bombed and you reference the fact that they bombed, they get
Yeah.
so mad. And
Yeah.
it's
They
like, man,
do.
I'm trying to save the show.
You
Like,
got accused of
you
being a
killed
comedy
everyone.
bully.
You stabbed them and their joy in the chest. I'm trying to bring them back to life so that everyone else on the show can have fun.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
5 comics after you. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we're trying to save it.
Yeah, I just want to have a good time.
Here's the thing I notice a lot too, and it does aggravate me because I think it takes work away from good comics that are solid middle acts. When you see a lot of headliners bring their own opener, and it's not because they're giving opportunities to a friend of theirs or they're mentoring somebody. They bring
Right.
an opener they know is weak. Like they know is
I
weak.
can't stand that.
And it's fucking the audience is what it's doing. And I've known national headliners that do this, right? Where they bring somebody
Right.
and it's like, Johnny, can you host instead of feature because they brought their own feature? And I go, okay. Am I still getting feature pay? They're like, yeah, we're still giving
Sure.
you feature pay,
Yeah.
but we're just gonna have it, where you go up first and you host it. And I go, as long as you're paying me the same, I'll go up and do it. I get it. They brought their own feature, and their feature is a fucking open micer, dog shit, like dog shit. And I'm like, what is
I've
this?
done that spot at the comedy club where it's like, hey, it's like the second, like they brought their own feature, and it didn't go so well. And then the second night, it's like, okay, well, you're still hosting, but hey, can you do 15 minutes? And then the feature is going to go up for 10 minutes. And then could you do another 10 minutes after
Boom.
that? I'm like,
Recovery.
what?
Yes.
Why? Why
Yes.
are we doing? Why are we pretending?
And it's not the club that it's the headliner. The headliner will walk over
Right.
to you while their friend is eating a fat dick, right? And they'll go, "Hey man, can you, when you go back up before you call me up, can you do like another 5 to 10? Just I need to go to the restroom or I'm gonna go up to the bar and get
It's
a drink."
always some bullshit.
But
yeah.
he needs you to get the crowd back because his friend murdered them, like in the bad way. Yeah, no, I see it. I've seen
And
it. Yeah.
honestly, it fucks headliners over too, because now every time that I get booked to headline, obviously I want to bring a buddy because it can be kind of lonely and you want to hang out with a friend. You want to bring a friend. So I'll be like, hey, I got a handful of guys that I normally bring with me. And then they'll be like, okay, but are they good?
I'm lonely.
Are they good?
I bring people that I think are good comics. I don't see them. I don't talk to them. I don't hang out with them. They drive their own car. Like that's
Yeah.
the biggest. Do you have a car? Because you're not riding with me.
Yeah, I prefer lonely.
Yeah, I prefer to be
thanks.
by myself.
Yeah, I don't want to
I
entertain
got
you all
like
night.
my 3-4 guys that I bring with me. Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna
I
have a
try to
great
book
time.
Good comics. Like if you're a good comic, I will try and.
But I only
always
book.
book you.
I would never, ever book a comic that I didn't think that didn't make me laugh.
No.
Ever.
No, unless you have 100,000 Instagram followers, and I know you're gonna pack a room, then I might suck it up and shit on the whole craft that night. Just be like, sorry, comedy, we got to make some money tonight. But I'm an elitist. You guys know that. Like you know how many
Comedy
local,
elitist.
you know how many local comics like DM me like every other day or whatever. It's like, hey man, I'm always available if I can, if you want to put me on one of your shows. I see you're booking rooms and you really like to come out. And I leave them under. I can't. I don't want to be mean. And sometimes I'll go, yeah, man, you're on my radar. Okay. All right. I don't want to tell them where out on the radar. It's not good. It's not, I'm not going to put you on a show if you're not ready. I'm just
God,
not.
so many names are running through my head.
Yeah, dude. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean.
I'm having trouble booking a room. Not with I'm not having trouble booking headliners. It's the
features.
opening acts.
Features
yeah.
have disappeared.
They're in Austin.
All the features moved. Yeah.
All the
all
features
gone.
moved to Austin.
Yeah,
Get
it's
like-
shit on
There's
by
like
Tony.
5 features in Tampa.
Yeah.
If you follow a lot of the Austin comics, like they're not from Florida, and you'll see them in the green room, and everybody in the green room's from Tampa. I saw Zach O'Ryan's a buddy of mine from Chicago, funny comic, right? And way good looking, which pisses me off, right?
So handsome.
You fucking handsome asshole, and you're funny as fuck. Fuck you, Zacho, right? He does he's in Austin now, just moved there, and he's been doing like a tour with Cam and everything else. Also, Tampa comic, lives in Austin. He takes like a green room shot the other day, and it's JJ Curry, fucking David Wayne lives there. Like they have room for him. Who else is in the room? Oh,
Dude,
Jay Legend.
Jay
Yeah,
Legend's do really good.
Yeah.
And
killing
he
it.
should. He's so funny.
he's one of those guys that I was featuring, booking to feature for me at a lot of shows him and JJ Curry, when it got to the point where I wasn't going to not book them because they're really good. I'm booking them because they're really good, but I'm in the back of the room going, I got to stretch. Now I have to fucking, and I don't mean stretch like more time. I mean, I'm physically doing calisthenics in the green rooms.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
got to warm your body up.
these
follow.
motherfuckers are going to make me work hard tonight. And I like that. I like that challenge. But I knew, like, watching guys like Jay Legend on stage, I'm like, this guy is going to move past me super fast, like so many comics in my career. So it's like, I knew as soon as he went out to Austin, I go, he's going to get past it at the mothership so quick. And now he's out fucking touring and doing everything else. And good for him. You know what I mean? Good for him.
JJ Curry was one of those comics where he would like, I like came there to like headline in like Pensacola or whatever. And he was living there at the time and he went on before me. And I was like, dude, you got to move.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be here.
Man, JJ ain't shit.
Yeah. No,
JJ
I love
ain't shit.
He's not even funny.
no. The first
No, I was like, you cannot live in Pennsylvania. And then I think like 6 months later, he was like, oh yeah, my brother lives in Tampa. I was like, yeah, move to fucking Tampa. It just, you can't live here.
Yeah. You're better than this place.
My first headline weekend at Visani, Comedy Zone Visani in Port Charlotte, which is a great club, and to headline it, that's a pretty nice thing because it's an A room, right? They headline household names, you know, the Robert Kellys and things like that.
You can eat spaghetti, I think, right?
Steve Burns. Well, you get one meal. Don't go crazy, but it's a lot.
Sorry.
But
that's what they told me. They were like, we don't have money. But we will give you all the spaghetti that you want.
Their food is so good. No, they actually pay their host with food, and it's worth it. But they said, hey, do you want this the headline weekend? We had a fallout, and we need somebody, and we know you got a good following in this area. And I said, yeah. And they said, well, bring your own feature. So I go, I got to bring a good feature. Boom. I bring JJ. He rides with me. And not only does this motherfucker make me lift heavy weights like all weekend long, he's so much more likable than me, which most people
likable.
are.
That's
he's
hard,
so likable.
So like
everybody's gonna like him more than me.
Yeah,
we sold out both nights, Friday and Saturday. Right, it was a short weekend, right? Because it was like, I think 4th of July was Thursday. That's why they had a falling out. Like the national headliner wasn't going to come in for 2 nights. They wanted a whole weekend. So like both nights, the meet and greets after the shows, after these sold out shows, he's holding court with fucking 100 people. I got like 10 people around me, you know. I'm selling dirty joke books as my merch, you know, which usually does really well. He's got wristbands with like, donate anything you want to donate. People are just fucking raining money on his wristbands, fucking loving him. They're just, oh my God, can we suck your dick? You know, and I'm over in the corner like, why did I bring this guy, dude? Like, what am I doing? Like, he's too fucking likable and he's hilarious. Like, why didn't I should have put Sanjay Murray.
That is one thing. Like, I try and book someone who like compliment. Like, if I book someone who's too like, do you remember that old story of like when Side Splitters booked Eric Myers to feature for Nate Bargatze?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Like, that's just bad. That's just bad booking.
And honestly, Nate is, I think, a better joke writer.
Nate's a great comic.
He's a great
amazing.
comic.
Yeah.
He's a better joke writer, but Eric was just a fucking force of nature.
Lunatic, dude.
Fucking, yeah. He's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like everybody, any set that I saw him do a set in like a dive bar at an open mic, and he had the crowd like eating out of his hand like he had been paid 2-3 months in advance to headline this room or something, and they came just for him.
He won the first Florida's Funniest, and I was like, yeah, I get that.
And
no, I made it to that finals, and I saw him, and I was like, I've never seen this guy, and I was immediately like, oh yeah, he's gonna win.
I was headlining on
I've ever seen.
I was headlining on the East Coast. I can't remember what room it was, but it was one of these East Coast rooms, and he was about 3 years into comedy. And he stops in and does a guest set. I just started headlining, right? So he was just a few years behind me. He stops in and they go, he's going to do a guest set. And I had heard about him, but I hadn't seen him. And I heard this guy is a fucking maniac. Like, he's hilarious. He couldn't be more unique. He's like fucking Beavis on stage, like with good jokes. And his energy is like motherfucking.
His energy is unmatchable. Like, you have energy, and he makes you look like fucking
it's insane.
Like Nick Bargatze.
He makes me look like Stephen Wright. Yeah,
Some YouTube production company just got the rights to some unreleased sets of his now, and I do want to mention it because we mentioned it real quick, but Eric Myers did pass away a few years ago.
Yeah, that's sad.
terrible
bummer.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
But this company, you just Google Eric Meyer or just search it on YouTube or whatever. But there's some unreleased sets that have never been seen before of Eric Myers that they're starting to put out now. They're like 10,
So
20
funny,
minute long
dude.
sets. So fucking good. I was like, me and Leah were watching them the other night, just
Yeah,
like
go watch
fucking
them. Go watch
hysterical.
all of his. Look for him on
Yeah.
YouTube. It's all
He
good.
should have been a household name. Like
He got on, he
should
got
have
on
been.
like that Showtime. Like he got a little Showtime spot. On
Yeah.
Right.
which
But
was
yeah,
good.
he did
I
that
was
guest
like, yeah,
set.
that
He
sounds
did that guest set for me, and I'm in the back of the room going, "Everybody can go fuck themselves tonight, dude. Like seriously, like this is not cool, dude."
Were
It
you
was
following him or were you headlining?
I headlined it. He did a
Okay, so
guest set.
There was a feature between you guys at least.
Yeah, he fucked the feature, and the feature couldn't recover. And I'm like, he was so good at a guest set, he fucked everybody. Like, whoever played that club that week after bombed. That's how bad it was. It was like he ruined that room. It was like, I was like, oh no, I didn't bomb, but it wasn't great. You know, it was one of those things where like the whole time
You're feeling it. Yeah.
people are laughing at me, but you could tell by the tone of their laughter, it was like, we want that fucking other guy back. Like, please bring him back up here. Like, we need to laugh that hard again. Yeah, Eric Myers is a fucking force. It was not good to follow that guy ever. So yeah, I heard about the Nate Bargatze thing, and Bargatze's a fucking stud that sells out arenas, but it's just the contrast there. It's a whole different thing.
Next person to get Nate on a podcast, ask
Mumford
him
and
about
Sons following Metallica.
Yeah.
It's too. It's not that they're bad. It's just that they're very.
This is
different.
not matched correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a
It's
weird
different
lineup.
energy, dude. It's different. Yeah. It's
Well, we got
it's
some
not good.
sets to do, so we should get to some more sports before we get the fuck out of here.
Sure.
I do want to throw another rest in peace out there for Amir Abdur Rahim, the USF men's
I
basketball
know.
coach, passed away.
only 43.
Surgical complications. Yeah, he's 43 years old. He was like a rising star in the NCAA, and passed away this week. Complete fucking shock to everybody. And
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Bulls basketball fan, but like
He
man,
turned
this
that team
guy-
around. Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
he turned the team around. He was a good coach.
Yeah, they almost made a tournament last year. They ended up going to the second round of the NIT, and I mean they were great. I think they won 27 games. I mean they were really fun
Yeah.
to watch. And the worry for him was that he was going to go to a power school and we were going to lose
Right.
him. Never thought that, and you never know. Like I don't even know what the procedure he was having was, but
I guess he
Yeah.
was doing some kind of shoulder surgery or something like
Yeah,
that. Like
just
nothing
very, very
that
sad.
should kill you.
Not a BBL.
Matthew.
This is a comedy podcast. Fuck you.
That'd be a better story though. He's like, I need a big butt. We got 2 weeks till the season starts, and my butt ain't doing it. Yeah. So now, 2 weeks until they tip off for the first game, and they lose their head coach, and it's crazy. It's a crazy time. So yeah, RIP, coach. That's really really sad, man. Really sad. But yeah, no more death stories today, guys.
No
It's a
more.
comedy podcast.
Let's talk about before
Chris
we get out of
Godwin,
here. Let's talk
RIP your
about
ankle. Oh.
the World Series is starting tonight. I'm putting it on in the green room. We got to get
Okay.
out of here soon. I'm putting it on in the green room. You guys can watch it or not, but I'm watching it. I want to see
They'll probably
Otani.
put it on at the bar.
Can we put it on instead of the horror movie and roast it in real time? I think
No,
it'll
I
be
don't
awesome.
have. I don't have 5 hours to spare.
We got a lot of clicks on those clips of
Fucking
making fun of Aaron
baseball.
Judge. We should just do that for 90 minutes. Just make fun of Aaron Judge being a giant mongoloid.
It's too bad we don't know how to make anime, like animations.
Yeah.
You could do an Aaron Judge voice.
We need a flash animator, like somebody that can do those on the fly. Like there's people that are smart. There's nerds out there. If you're watching Nerd, we need you. You know what I mean? We'll make you part of the crew. Hell, you can produce the show. We'll just get rid of James. You know what I mean? If you can make animations. Oh wait, he's here, isn't he? He's here. I'm sorry, dude.
He looks so sad right now. Look at I just want to show his face right now.
I'm kidding. James was on my show the other night, Wednesday night. He guest hosted and he was awesome. Like we had a great show. It was very, very funny. So I think we both wrote like 3 new bits for the stage just hanging out that night. I was like, whoa, hold that thought. I'm like in my phone, putting my notes down.
Write
I'm
it
like, this is-
down.
I love it. Yeah. So I'm going to try one tonight. It's going to be great. So
All right. I am going to be right back while you guys wrap up the show.
Are you going to pee?
I have to be so bad.
Lucky bastard.
I have to be so
I
bad.
fucking pounded this crowler, which is like 2.5 beers, and I'm sitting on my bladder like a pregnant woman.
Dude.
And he just gets to fucking run away, pussy.
Last night, I was drinking all those beers with my old man prostate at Halloween Horror Nights, and I had to piss so much, right? At one point, I pissed. We went down to look for some food and whatever haunted house we were going to go in next, and I go, hey, I got to pee again. And I went to go look for a bathroom. It was the same bathroom I just left. I went to the same bathroom twice in like 15 minutes, and I saw like security guards standing outside the bathroom. He had to know. He had to be like, wow, man, that dude's got an old ass prostate. Like I had to piss like 15 times last night. Another reason why I'm never doing one of those things again. It just wasn't good. So yeah, I make a lot of pee, dude. And it's always when I'm driving when I got a pee also. Like, you know, like on the way to Port Charlotte all last week, Wednesday through Saturday, I couldn't just drive 90 minutes. I couldn't do it. I had to like, all right, I gotta find a Wawa, dude. It's not good. So I get it, John. If you're in there peeing while we're doing a podcast, pretty pathetic. Okay. I pissed my pants during this show to not leave. All right. Are we still here? Are we on right now? Are you here? Oh, no. Are you? Why? I can't hear Matt. This is horrible. I'm just ranting about pissing. This is very awkward. Should we end the show? Should we end? I can't hear James. This is very weird.
Hey.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
back.
man.
What the fuck?
I'm here.
I
What
was
happened
on
to,
for that.
what happened to
Bothwell closed John's. I'm on John's. So if you take
Yeah.
John away, I go away too. I was gonna say in a situation like that, I'll be sweating a lot, so I don't really pee as much. But like when I do pee, it'll be brown. It'll
It'll be brown.
it'll be like an oily, like
Yeah.
viscous texture.
I don't know what we're talking about right now.
We were talking about how Johnny B pees a lot last night because he was.
I was
drinking a lot of beer.
ranting and nobody's answering me. And I'm like, what?
I
is
tried,
going
bro.
on?
I tried, and I was like, oh no, no one can hear me. All right, I'm gonna go pee now, Bothwell. Try not to fuck it up.
You can take him out, and my mic won't screw up if Matt's gone.
This is a weird podcast. Everybody's got to piss in the middle of it. Like,
Yeah,
what's
it's-
going on?
I don't know because we were waiting around for you guys to join the chat for too long. That's what's
Joe
going on.
Rogan does 3.5 hour podcasts without piss.
And people get up to pee all the time
They
during
do.
that shit.
They do,
They
you're right.
constantly get up to go pee.
It's way too long. 3.5 hours is too long. I'm not
That's
doing
too long. Yeah, we're not doing that. But yeah, so fucking World Series. What's your prediction?
I want it to be awesome. I would love to see 7 games.
You want to see 7 games? Okay.
I would. I would like to see the Dodgers win in 7. I would like to. I want it to be a shootout. I want these games to be 9-8. You know what I mean? I want it to
I
be.
really think it's going to be like that too.
Yeah. Like I like seeing a good pitchers duel, but not in the World Series. I want bats swinging. I want it to be fun. And
These are the 2 best hitting lineups I think in the entire MLB.
I mean, we knew these were the 2 best teams before the season started, and
Right.
it's good to see that that's how it ended. I mean, it really is. We're Rays fans, and you want to see your team make it, but we knew it when the trade deadline, and we were just dumping our good players. It wasn't us. It's not going to be us. So it's like, all right, what's going to happen here? It's like
I did my morning for the Rays at the midseason when they gave away all my favorite
Rosarena.
players.
Yeah.
When they gave away my favorite players, and I was like, but I have tickets to Randy Land. And
yeah,
they're like, we don't give a shit.
yeah.
Front office doesn't care.
They're like, dude, we're not going to have a ceiling soon. Okay, like
Yeah,
our whole
they
roof
predicted
is
it.
gone. Yeah, it's not
It's a
good.
conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly. They should have traded the roof before it got ripped off. That's what they should have done.
Let's trade Kevin Cash for a brand new roof.
Something, dude. It's bad. No, but I'd like to see the Dodgers win. And we talked about this off air before we started the show, but Ohtani is going to ball out. Like, we know he could do everything on the field, like hit, he could steal bases, he could do all the shit. He's also a phenomenal pitcher, but he had Tommy Johns last year, and they're saying that he won't pitch until next season. But he thinks he could still pitch. But the manager said he's not going to pitch in the World Series.
Yeah.
But how cool would
But
it
you
be?
never know. You
How
never
cool would
know.
it be? Game 7, he hits a home run, puts him up by 1, and then in the 9th inning, Who's the closer?
He's the closer.
Fucking Shohei Ohtani walks out, and the place goes ape shit.
Just
Americans
throws
are
9 strikes in a row.
Americans are singing the Japanese national anthem. They don't even know how they know it. They're just singing it. They're apologizing for Nagasaki. Godzilla shows up, all the fucking shit. And it just becomes this big fucking moment. And Ohtani strikes out the side, just fuck you. And everybody's like, yeah, fuck you, Yankees. And then everybody just simultaneously just starts jerking off in the stands as he's pitching. Fucking, oh, fucking, this is the greatest moment in baseball ever. And it just, gagoosh, and gagoosh. And fucking, who has home field advantage? What field's getting came on? Is it the Dodgers? Do they have a better record? I don't know.
Yeah, the Dodge. It's in LA tonight. And so that means if it goes to Game 7, it'll be in L.A. Yeah.
Fucking coming all over fucking just L.A. just covered in jizz, and everybody's just fucking slipping and sliding in it like it's a foam party, and just it's fucking I want that. I want it.
You want jizz is what you want.
I want all the things I said.
You
sounded
stopped
like
talking
you
about
wanted to come more than
baseball
anything.
and started talking about jizz.
I also that you said we're going to apologize for Nagasaki, but not Hiroshima. That one was y'all.
That one was justified.
Yeah, you guys deserve that one.
Look, I will fucking I will die on that one. Okay, like we needed to end the war, but I just think it was a little superfluous to hit the second city. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on. It's like, but
we should have took a time out after the first one.
It's like they looked in the plane. They're like, we have another bomb. I mean,
there are people who definitely left Hiroshima and drove to Nagasaki to escape the first bomb who were like, oh, come on.
There was a guy that just died a few years ago. He was at both. Yeah. And he lived through both.
Oh, he lived through both.
It's like the people that drove to Panama City to avoid Helene. They're like, come on. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that's the same.
It's totally the same. Thanks, Johnny.
All right. Do you guys want to get out of here or what?
I think we should get out of here. Let's get ready for our shows tonight. We don't have to announce those, but let's
John
announce
Jay doesn't even have sleeves yet, and I think Johnny B has to shower and ice his calves.
I definitely got to shower and shoot some sort of like drugs into my back and do some shots and edibles, and everything will be fine.
Let's see. Next weekend on the 2nd, I'm bringing Nathan Wallace and Shelly Behar to Jack Polino's Pizza in downtown Dunedin. I'm going to be the host. I'm going to be doing some new material, and then I got those guys, and they're going to kill it. Fantastic place. Buy your tickets for November 2nd at Jack Polino's Pizza. Check out my Facebook and my Instagram. You'll see the ticket links and all that stuff.
Or you can go fuck off on November 2nd and go to Newport Richie right around the corner and see me at the Richie Suncoast Theater. 2 shows for my pre-comedy shows taping. No, there's definitely good options. I have a 5 o'clock and an 8:30 show, I believe. At the times, you can go to johnnybcomedy.com for all that. A lot of things have been moved around because of the hurricane. My official comedy special taping will be at the Cuban Club in Ybor City on January 11th. And I haven't put those tickets available yet, but they will be free. And if you are going to the Richie Suncoast on the 2nd, you will get priority for first seats for the special January 11th.
I'm hanging out in the green room, so I'm not buying tickets.
Fuck no, you're not going to.
Nobody's showing up.
Yeah,
dude, it's going to be the who's who. I got great sponsors rolling in. We're going to have celebrities there, local celebrities, things like that. It's going to be a big night, red carpet event. It's going to be fucking awesome. So, Cuban Club, January 11th. It's going to be perfect. Weather's going to be nice and chilly, so fat people get out of your house. You know, it's going to be nice and all that jazz. And a lot of sets coming up before that. So, JohnnyBComedy.com, all that shit.
Yeah. November 9th, we're going to have the Three Ugly Mugs performing at Divine Brewing.
That's right.
Yeah. So
and next weekend I'll be at Sunshine Comedy Club in Clearwater, the new one.
That's Clearwater
Friday
Comedy Club.
Friday
Don't
and
confuse
Saturday.
people. Don't confuse.
Oh, is it not called Sunshine?
St. Pete is called
that's right.
Sunshine.
It's just called Clearwater Comedy
Clearwater
Club.
is called Clearwater.
Yeah, okay. Clearwater and Comedy Club. Clearwater Comedy Club Friday and Saturday, and then I'm at Venturino's on Sunday in Estero, Florida.
Oh, let me know how that is, because I haven't done any of his.
Larry Venturino.
Yeah, I haven't done any of Larry's gigs.
And
let
then,
me know how that
November
is.
9th, it'll be the 3 of us at Divine.
I know that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna
Harbor.
get so hammered that night, dude.
Yeah.
I have a hard time
fucked
going
up tonight.
Oh,
I'm the DD tonight.
Yeah,
so.
John's driving.
I don't care how I get home. Honestly, I don't even give a shit, dude. I'll sleep at the movie theater.
Oh.
I don't give
If
a
I
shit.
have-
Remind me to grab the fucking movie out of my car. Before
Yes, yes. I'm gonna do.
That would
We'll,
be
we'll do a
very bad.
checklist before
Yeah,
we
okay,
leave,
good.
just to be sure. But yeah, I mean, if I have to take a nap in the car after the Night of the Living Dead, we'll take a nap in the car. you know?
No, see,
Yeah.
no. Damn it! Now I have to drive myself.
Oh, if you're driving, I'll just ride with you.
Nope. Sorry, I'm not coming back here. I'm going home.
It'll be fun. Matt, tell everybody not only to bind, you have a special coming up, and are there tickets still available for the Marion
December
Theater?
21st, Ocala, Marion Theater. Tickets
great
are
place.
available. Selling like fucking hot tits.
Hell
Go get
yeah,
you
dude.
one.
Go get your hot tits.
Go
right
get
now.
you one. Go get you a spicy tit.
That's right, dude. Bring
Marion
him.
Theater.
Yeah.
Website. I don't know their website. Fucking Google Marion Theater and go to tickets.
Come see me at a show. Bring me
Do
some
it.
Olive Garden breadsticks, and I'll get you some merch. It'll be a fucking great time.
I'm just gonna bring you raw breadstick dough, and I'll be like,
do it.
"What is this, Johnny? Does this look done to you?"
You act like I don't always have some on me, so it'll be fine. So come on out, guys. We do appreciate you, and don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and all that stuff, and tell your friends about it. This is episode 7, but we plan on doing hundreds and hundreds, and we got sponsorship availability. Reach out to us. You can email 3uglymugs with a Z at the end at gmail.com if you're interested in sponsoring. If you're somebody that is involved in the beer industry, maybe a local brewery or a big one like Bud Light, we'll have sex with the tranny right in front of you. We don't care. We're looking for partners to help us grow and make this thing a really, really big podcast, because we do it for the people. Okay, so yeah, do it, man. Don't worry about the election. Worry about this podcast.
Yes,
all right?
3 ugly mugs is more
Yeah.
important than the election.
It really is. At the end of the day, we're not going to fuck you over. The government will eventually. So
Freedom is an illusion. This podcast is real.
thank you. Good America. But thanks, everybody. I got to jump in the shower. It's going to take me 9 years to get there. We'll see you next
All
time.
right.
Bye, guys.
Don't log off, Johnny.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hit that outro.